Hey guys, this is Raneir Pollard and I'm back. I'm gonna need you to go grab some light and medium weights, maybe heavy ones if you dare. Let's do this. Okay guys, I got Brittany on my right doing modifications and Michaela on my left, and she'll be staying with me. Now a lot of the things we're gonna do in this video are gonna be harder if you use the right kinds of weights. So form first and challenge yourself. First off, we're gonna have a nice squat with thoracic rotation. I want you to reach to the sky, inhale, exhale to stand tall, and alternate sides. Inhale, reach up high, exhale, stand tall. We're warming up, trying to get these hamstrings and glutes feeling active, get that spine feeling nice and loose. This is a good exercise to get in the morning as well, just before you get into your everyday life, but we're getting it to warm up for this full body workout. Now this workout today, we're gonna be traveling from upper body moves right into lower body move, right into a cardio move. And that's because I really want to stimulate your aerobic capacity, get your blood flowing full body, so you got a really big calorie burn, because I know a lot of you are concerned with how many calories you're gonna get burned in this workout, okay? So I'm trying to be on your side here, give the people what they want, because when you hear the name Raneir, you should give the people what they want. Okay, now next up, that same kind of rotation, but we're gonna be on our hands. Now, a good modification for this is to put your legs very wide, but I want your feet to stay still as you inhale, reach high, and back down to the ground. Inhale, reach it high, and back down. So again, I'm trying to keep my heels straight up to the sky. I'm not rotating my lower body with my upper body. Reach up. You're trying to get your upper body to be perpendicular to the ground. That's the biggest word I'm gonna use today. So enjoy that in case, it's always a good time to get a little less one. We only got a couple more seconds here. Let's rotate it high, less than 10 seconds. Inhale, reach it, reach it, reach it. Always be very active with both arms. It's not just the one lifting from the ground. The one on the ground is working really hard as well. And rest. You can crawl back or just bring those feet in. Now, next up, we're gonna have a side lunge with a lateral reach. So I want you to stay head on to the television with me, and you're going to step out to the side, hands at prayer, tilt, inhale, and reach. Fill that body with your breath, and back to center. Step out to the side, inhale, and reach, just side to side, just like that. No rush, we're still in that warm-up phase. This is not any kind of cardio. We're just getting the diagonal lines of our body feel nice and stretched, that side body opened up. More than halfway there already. You're gonna notice my inside leg is trying to stay as locked as possible. Got a nice little stretch on that inner thigh. Ooh, yes. Exhale to push back to center. Inhale to tilt. The outside of my inside foot is lifting, so even more weight goes to the outside foot. Okay, and rest. Now last but certainly not least, we're on the hands. Back to plank position. I want you to step forward. While my left foot comes forward to the side of my left hand reaches high to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, and return back to plank. Now, you may not feel that you have the flexibility to get all the way forward, so you might have to pull that foot up, and that is fully allowed to help you get there. And if you have to drag it back, do what you need to do to get these hips nice and open. I know that Brittany is a pretty flexible gal, so it'll be hard for her. I don't know if you have some acting skills, just pretend you're a lot tighter, make these people feel like you understand. I myself have been in a lot of YouTube videos, so I consider myself an award-winning actor. I don't want to hold anybody else to that high standard. But, how am I gonna get it up there? Oh, goodness, I did it. And rest, okay? All the years of acting school, and look where it's got me. Okay, so we're gonna try and get this heart rate up. First, I want you to give me huge upper body movement here. From below your booty to above your head, I want you to try to fly away. Abs are in, knees are bent, booty is pushed towards the back of the room. Look towards the ground. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 jumping jack. 4, 3, 2, 1, jumping jack. Now, Brittany may opt to not give me a jumping jack. For those of you at home that are looking to not jump, you can just stand up on that 4th jack rather than opening the legs up. So it can just be a hips forward and back. So you still squeeze that butt and bring it forward, but I want these arms flying, y'all. I want them flying. We're about halfway through that interval. I'm really trying to use these lats, actively lifting my hands fast so my shoulders are working and pulling them right back down so my lats are working. Let's get it here, y'all. Come on. Ooh, yep. You gotta count them so that brain is working, honey. Okay, and boom. Last one here. Whew. And rest. Nice job. So right away, I'd like to go towards our heavier weights for a deadlift and a squat. We are working your lower body. This is a big old muscle group, so I know you can get some big old weights if you got them. So abs in. I want you to keep a nice neutral spine. Lift your hips, outline your legs, squeeze your butt, and then you're gonna drop your hips. Hands are to the side. Notice my arms are leaning forward just a little bit because that'll counterbalance my hips and allow them to push back. So I sit my booty down, squeeze my butt to stand up, then I lift my booty and I squeeze my butt to stand tall. Now, in all of exercise, a big proponent is, what does your back look like? How is your back changing as you move? There's a variety of ways that your back can look in the midst of exercise. What's biggest and most important for me is that you're controlling the way that it looks. And in most scenarios, I want it to look flat, nice, and neutral. My knees are not caving in. Okay, I'm controlling that my knees are just as wide as my heels, trying to look good and symmetrical. Let's get one more round. Lift the hips, squeeze the booty, drop those hips, squeeze the booty, and rest. Very good. Dumbbells to the side. We're gonna go right from that to a plank and a thruster. So I know those legs are nice and warm. And when I said plank, I meant push-up, okay? Which is just a moving plank. So we're here, our chest is up high, inhale, right down, walk or jump back, get low, lead with the chest, and then right back into the thruster. Back, push up, and in. So I don't want you to confuse this with cardio. I want you to get that chest as low as possible while supporting your hips. It's not about moving fast, but if you can move fast and you want to move fast, please do it, okay? The next level here, you really can just soak into it and push hard to get back to that thruster. Push hard and push that ground away nice and strong. Is Michaela killing me on these push-ups, y'all?
I think you're killing me.
Because I already see her killing me on this outfit. How you gonna wear that orange and look all good like that? That's why I'm looking away from her because I don't want to be distracted. That outfit looks too good. Too good, made for her. Hello. And one more. Rest, very good. As you saw, Brittany was walking forward and back and dropping her knees on that push-up. You know, dropping your knees and getting a modified push-up is very underrated. So good for your abs. Please do not feel modified push-ups or anything to be ashamed of. From there, we're gonna get a wide chest fly, but only one arm at a time. So your abs have to really work. We're in a bridge. I am squeezing that booty, all right? Squeezing nice and high. And I am passing that weight side to side, open and close. Look at the genius of my programming where you get to catch your breath right here. Your chest was just working, it's still working. We're getting a little bit more in the abdominals and you get to catch the breath. I gotta tell you, I was looking at this workout like days after I wrote it and just complimenting myself vigorously, like, oh my God, that was such a good idea. And they were laughing at me. I hope you're laughing at me at home because that was the intention of that joke. I do like when you guys laugh at them. I enjoy that. Okay, inhale. As you reach that arm to the side, exhale as you take it up to the sky. Let's get a good 12 more seconds here before we get back on our feet and we get this heart rate right back up, okay? Last 3, 2, 1, and let's stand it up feel excited about having our heart rate back down just so we can skyrocket it back up. So what we're gonna do, I want high knees at the very back of your space. I want high knees at the very front of your space. Quick feet for us to go in between. It's high knees at the back, quick feet to move. Ah! High knees at the front, quick feet move back. Ah! Let's go. You don't gotta scream, but I feel good when I do it. High knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, quick feet. I want aggression. I want to see these legs move. I want that inner track athlete to come out of you right here, right now. Let's go. Okay. Ah, right to the front. Ah, right to the back. Where you at though? Where you at though? Move it. I love it. Keep those heels up. Stay on these toes. 12 seconds to go. We gonna make it. You're going for the game-winning touchdown. Everybody's rooting for you. The crowd is screaming. Ah! And rest. Good job. Woo! I felt that one. Now, let's pick up a heavier weight. And we're gonna be getting into some lunges. What I want is for us to get into this transverse plane. My belly button is gonna lead the charge, and my toes point the same direction as my belly button. So my right hand takes the weight underneath my left leg, push through and around. Left hand under the right leg, push through and around. Okay, we get low. I'm dropping my knee almost to the floor. If your knee can gently touch the ground, feel free to do that. If you need to abbreviate that range of motion, ain't no problem, boo. Okay? I want you to focus on staying tall, passing that weight underneath your leg by dropping your knee, not by bending your back. Stay straight up and down. We're more than halfway there. Round and round we go, y'all. Round and round we go. Okay? Again, I would rather you pick up a weight that really challenges you rather than trying to move really, really, really fast and tweaking a knee or anything of this sort. Safety first. We're almost there. Keep it moving. Round and round you go. Where we stop, I'm pretty sure somebody knows. Right here, rest. Okay, let's keep that same heavy dumbbell. Little fun thing. We're gonna play catch by ourselves, like my entire childhood. Okay, so what I want is that nice hinge and that flat back that we talked about earlier, that neutral spine. Give me a nice bend in the knees as you lift that butt. That makes it easier for the glutes to get into it. Take a little bit of pressure off the low back and those hammies. Now what I want is pull the weight, hold towards the top. Put your hand right under that weight and drop it and catch it. The whole goal here is to show that when you catch that weight, it doesn't pull any of the rest of your midsection down. You stay right in the same spot. So you pull high, pause at the top. Don't feel rushed. Pause at the very top. We're in the midst of strength training. When we're strength training, focus on the strength. Now let's say we're halfway in this interval right now and your low back is feeling like a little fatigued. Stand up for a second. It's okay. Come right back down. You know, get a little 5-second break and try to finish this interval with us. Less than 15 seconds remain here. I want you to drive high. I want you to feel as many muscles in your back work as you open that chest and you pull. 2. Okay, and rest. Now, we're gonna get down on the ground, get a little bit more core work. We're gonna be on the hands in regular plank. I want you to touch the opposite shoulder, touch the opposite hip, and then touch the opposite knee. Come and join me. So this does not need to be fast. Sometimes this movement is done as more of a cardio movement. I'm doing it as a core exercise. So I want you to do it and see how still your hips can stay through each one of these taps, okay? I am all about a good twerk and putting that booty in the air, but this is just not the time, okay? It's all about time and place in this life. Right now I want that booty low, no higher than the shoulders, and driving these knees, keeping these hips nice and still. We can have a twerk off later. Michaela challenged me earlier. She showed me one of her moves. I'm pretty darn sure she would win, so. But I'm not afraid of a challenge. Come on now. Ooh, last moments here. Again, These intervals are longer than most of my normal videos, but hey, if you wanna go even longer and continue the work while I'm explaining the next exercise, do you, boo, okay? Last moments and rest. So, we're coming right back up from there. And we're going back to that deadlift and squat that we did earlier. So I'm hoping that you will pick up that heavy weight, challenge these legs. Now this time I want more power. You're gonna clean the weight to your shoulders right in front of the body. Now, inhale, exhale, and squeeze that butt. These weights should fly up right in front. Give me a nice deep squat. Now, I want this to be a movement that comes from that booty and these hamstrings. It is not about giving me a bicep curl. So I don't want you coming up and then curling. No, make those legs do it. It should feel like a magic trick. When I squeeze this butt, these weights just fly up in front of my body. I do love to give a nice reverse grip when I clean it up because it counterbalances the hips. So you see how my palms are facing my clavicle. When I bring it up, squeeze that butt. And that power that we are using here to get the weights up in front of the chest is power that you're gonna need later in this workout. So please, practice makes perfect. Operation Squeeze That Booty is in order. Now, we can put these dumbbells down. If you need a little sip of water, this is a good time to get it because we're about to go back to those push-ups and a thruster and we're adding a jump. So, water does the body good. Let's drop it low. And we have push-up, thruster, and a nice squeeze that booty and a jump. Now, if you want this push-up to go up in level, you can give me a little plyometric. How you doing? So match the plyometric on the upper body. Maybe you want to give a little clap. Oh, Michaela, I heard that clap. Oh my God. Maybe you want to clap the chest. Oh, Raneir, now you're just showing off, baby. Now you're just getting crazy. This one is one of my favorite ones to do. Now, please, if you were adding a plyo, do not fall and break your nose, okay? I consider that priority number one. Support these hips though. That is my real priority with these push-ups. Lead with the chest, not with the groin. You're looking good. Less than 10 seconds to go, and it's the last set of push-ups. So make it hot. Hey, ooh, and land it, rest. Good job. Okay, heart rate's up. I'm really proud of that water break I had earlier. I needed it. Next up, we're gonna go back to the rotating lunge. It's still gonna keep that blood rushing because we're going to the lower body. I want that heavy weight. I rotate, pass the weight, and then stand tall, bring it back, and around. Pass the weight, knee drive, bring it back, and around. So we're still focusing on strength, add a little element of balance and coordination. Because I always say, when you're in these workouts, you want to really involve the brain. I know a lot of times people put on these workouts because they want someone to just tell them what to do, so they don't have to really think too much. And I challenge that entire notion. You can put on these workouts to be entertained, but I need your brain to be 100% here. You are, I'm sure, very busy doing all these extracurriculars and such, making your life better, doing all the things that are gonna make things from your vision board come true. But guess what? Right now, it's me and you, and we are focused here, and we are getting this mind-body connection on, okay? So stay in it, stay focused, learn to love it, look forward to it, even if you just gotta look forward to sweaty old me. Okay, last one here, y'all. Stand tall, bring it back down, and come around. So let's keep that heavy weight. If you feel good and you can give me a wider row than the last time we were doing it, wider makes it harder, I want you to. We're gonna go 2, hold on 1, and then pass it. 2, hold on 1, and pass it. Now, the higher that your booty is and the lower your shoulders are, the higher the level of difficulty. So if you need to be a little higher, to feel like the center of your body isn't being too challenged. And I'm normally talking about that low back, I understand. Feel free. Another great idea is to really just drive in that belly button and really prepare the center of your body for a big challenge. So I'm getting lower and lower here and keeping myself nice and stable and being very focused not only about my elbow driving high and trying to almost pinch my shoulder blades together as I pull my elbow high, but I'm focusing in on keeping my abs nice and tight. The best times to work your abs are not, sit-ups are great, planks are great, but every other exercise you're doing, you're focusing in on how your abs feel and how to hold them. And that's how to really develop a really good functioning core. Okay, last moments here. 5 seconds, let's finish it. Ha. And last one, rest. Now remember those jumping jacks we did early on? I'm gonna give you the option on that fourth arm to air jack it, okay? So abs in, booty back, 4 arms, 1, 2, 3, 4. How you doing? Okay. There's some jokes I've put in videos that people have written me about on Instagram. Until this day, I put out a video like 4 years ago about when you do an air jack, it's like you're waiting at someone's surprise birthday party. You're behind the counter. You're like, surprise! I swear, people will send me a DM like, surprise! And I love it, okay? So keep that up, okay? Make me feel relevant, please, please. Because the amount of likes I get on my Instagram don't make me feel relevant enough. I need y'all in my DMs. Thank you. I am willing to beg for attention. I'm not above that yet. Give me a couple more years, I'll get an ego. Okay, we're more than halfway. I'm just talking here to keep you going, Just talking here to keep you going. High flying fun. Finish it out. Come on. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Let these arms move. Let these arms move. Maybe the first time we did this, you weren't warmed up. Now you are.
Definitely.
6 seconds. Come on. Come on. Let it fly. Let it fly. You can fly. Rest. Good job. Okay. Now I told you we would be using these hamstrings for power. We're gonna snatch our weight overhead and go into a nice forward lunge here. So again, I would like you to go towards your heavy because your legs are doing the work. Your arms catch up. Exhale when your hands are already up to the sky and we go forward. So alternate legs each time. Inhale low, exhale, squeeze that butt, and then forward, okay? So again, I still have that slight bend in the knees. One thing that I suspect Michaela and I are both doing, we're going pretty far down our legs, showing off such excellent flexibility. But you only really need to go, well, as far down your legs where you can really control how your back feels and is shaped. And I always like to say, all I really need is go past the knee and squeeze, okay? Anything beyond that is extra credit. That's a nice little goal. Past the knee and squeeze it. Looking good. Ooh, and a smile.
Got a smile.
And a smile. When you smile, you're working all the cheeks on your body. You get it? Let's go, let's finish it. Get it up there. Forward lunge and rest. Now, we're getting into some tricep action. So I want you to go to your lightweight. I do say that sometimes, lightweight, see? People don't know. So we're keeping the arms long, trying to keep the elbows locked out. I'm gonna go back to the hinge position. We're taking our hands to the back of the room, trying to get over the booty to the side of the room. And then standing tall, if you can, give me straight arms all the way up and tricep. Straight arms all the way down, then back to that hinge. To the back of my butt, can I get it nice and high? Sides of the room, open up, squeeze this booty, stand tall, y'all, and a tricep. There it is. Now, if you can keep your hands separate when you do that tricep, please do. But if your weight is just a little too heavy, putting your hands together will make a big difference. But a lot of times it's gonna make or allow the dominant side, whether that's your right or your left hand, to work a little bit harder. So keeping them apart, making both sides of your body work separately is what I would love for you to do. When I'm standing tall, let me tell you, I'm still primarily using booty. Squeeze that butt right here. I'm still squeezing, I'm still squeezing, I'm still squeezing as I bring it down slow and rest. Now we're gonna go down to the ground. We're gonna get ourselves a nice sit up. We are still working those arms. I'm going heavy because I'm very strong. And what I want is for the lats to get some work too. So my arm is nice and long. I'm gonna exhale, sit up to the sky, reach, tall on my tailbone, down slow, as far as you can, and switch. So one of the good modifications here is, if it's too heavy, go lighter. Find a weight that you feel comfortable with, your shoulder feels comfortable with. Use your breath to exhale and sit up tall on that tailbone. You should want to feel poised. You should feel like royalty working out. Like, you should feel a little stuck up every time you sit that tall. Like, who has that kind of right to have such good posture? They must be stuck up, you know? So, inhale, sit tall like the royalty you are. Worship me, worship me. Ease down slow. Notice I am not collapsing to the ground. Controlling that downward phase is where you can build a lot of strength in your workouts. Very underrated. So remember that. Exhale high and ease down low. I want you to put that weight to the side, stand up. And last time we did high knees at the back of our space and high knees at the front of our space, quick feet to travel. We're gonna switch that up. Quick feet at the back, high knees to travel. Quick feet at the front, high knees to travel, okay? So quick feet, nice and strong, nice and strong. There's such quick moments that you wanna make sure that you really hit them. You really hit them. Give them a moment in the light, okay? Quick feet, high knees. Quick feet, high knees. How fast can you make every moment? How fast can you make every moment? Last 15 seconds. How fast can you give it to me? How fast can you give it to me? You're only competing with yourself, but still, give yourself some fierce competition. Come on, last moments, last moments, last moments, and rest. Well done. Okay, so from there, we're gonna go right back to that deadlift and that forward lunge, but we have the option of full balance. This leg in the air is giving a lot of work. I'm raising high with that heel. The same leg comes forward for the forward lunge. Now, we do have a modification where if you're not ready to go full balance, you can do a kickstand. So the foot and back is on the toe, lift the hips, and then exhale overhead. That same leg that was either in the air or on the toe goes forward. So here I'm doing right leg up for the deadlift, a lot of energy in my right leg. Exhale forward and get that back knee low. Now my left leg is coming nice and high, a lot of energy in my left glute. Exhale and forward. So a lot of time people are suffering with balance, and it's because the leg in the air is not giving any attention. And the more attention you give that leg in the air, the more your back is gonna work, your abdominals are gonna work, and the more of your body that works with you, the more chance you have of controlling it. Also, allow yourself to look at the ground, because when your neck is comfortable, you have a much bigger chance of being able to balance. So remember, a lot of power to get those weights overhead. Exhale and forward. Okay, more than halfway there. Keep it rocking. We got this. Exhale forward. Okay, let's get one more. Finish nice and even. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Power it forward. Get low. Very nice. Now, we're going back to that tricep work that we did before and rear delt. Last time the back of my hand came up, but now I'm gonna do pinkies up. I'm in a more sagittal grip. It may be harder, so if you don't feel like it's for you, go back to the back of your hands coming up. But everybody else, it's pinkies up around your booty, pinkies up to the side of the room, Stand tall and the same tricep work as before, except we're gonna do one more. So 2 triceps overhead. Down slow. How long can you keep your arms? Yes, you have the option of not doing straight arms, especially as you come overhead. The goal is to lock those elbows and keep those arms nice and long. But hey, goals are something to set and reach for. If you're not there yet with proper form, bend those elbows a little bit. It's just like with these deadlifts. I like to coach a nice slight bend in the knee. It keeps the lower back safer, allows you to use more glute. But if you can keep that back nice and neutral and controlled with your legs straight, that is also an option for you. And it will make it harder for quite a few muscle groups. Let's get it. Last moments here, less than 15 seconds. We can get another round. Take it down slow. Lift these hips, take it back. Open it up. And come up high. And let me get 2. And let me get 1. Very nice. And down slow. And rest. We're gonna come down, get ourselves a nice stretch. Now today, I want you to start with your left foot forward. If you are uncomfortable on your right knee, just put your mat in, pull it in, and fold it up and get a little more cushion. I want you to flex the glute on your right side. Inhale, reach forward. And then I want you to take your left hand back of the room, and then your right hand follows it overhead. And take a nice deep breath here, trying to fill your body. And you're gonna feel a stretch all through that right hip flexor. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, see if you can use the new space you created. Sometimes I like to reach and have a goal of my left hand touching my right heel or my right calf. And then we're gonna come on out and sit back. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can have your right toe curled under or keep that foot flat if you can and come forward. Both hands reach. Oh, yes. And while you're here, you can actually get a little bit of hip rotation by moving your left toe side to side. Hit different spots of your hamstring as well. And just seeing how the body responds to that little change. Nice deep breaths throughout. Tick tock, you don't stop. With that toe. 3, 2, 1. Come forward. Let's control this left leg back. Have a moment in down dog. Hips up high. Push the ground away. Hips up high. Be active about pushing your hips high. Belly button in. Exhale. Your right foot forward. Gently put that left knee down to the ground and come on up. So first again, and feel free to tap it. Flex this left glute so that you are stretching the front of the body. When the glute contracts, the hip stretches. Reach forward, 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 forward. Inhale, right hand back, left hand follows suit, and we are reaching towards the back of the room. And again, we are trying to use our breath here. So inhale, take that breath to where you feel the tightest, fill the body. And then exhale, use that new space. How far back can you reach? How far back can you reach? And come on out. We sit back. How low can you go? Same option for what to do with this left foot. And reach it forward. Again, we can take the right toe side to side while we're in this position. And just feel what that does as to getting to different parts of that right hamstring. And you may even feel a little bit of increased hip mobility with it if you allow it. Final moments, try to keep that right knee as locked as possible. Deep breaths into that low back. And pull that yourself forward using that right heel. Down dog for a good moment, hips up high. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. And once they're underneath your body and your weight is primarily on your heels, just let your upper body hang for a moment. Let your head hang. And slight bend in your knees. Coming up one vertebrae at a time. Really start with that low back. Let your head and your neck remain heavy until you get to that cervical spine. And then you can clasp your hands overhead. Slight bend in the knees, squeeze your butt. Inhale, reach as far back as you can. Maybe look behind you, look up. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, round that back. Thrust those hips a bit and give yourself a nice round of applause. Thank you for joining us. You were amazing, amazing. I'll see you guys next time.